Hello. Okay, so story number 3. This one is connected to the Governor General medal that I showed you when I made the earliest video, and I didn't tell the whole story that was connected. And I'm trying to tell the stories in the sequence of time that they occurred. Okay? So now I do believe this was the second year that the project had started, so maybe 2016. And things had started to get really difficult. We weren't getting support from the GNWT, the government department that we were supposed to deal with. Was just so adversarial. It was insane. And the staff were getting exhausted. Everyone was getting discouraged. I didn't understand why it was happening. I was getting angry, but I didn't want to feel angry. I didn't want to be fighting. And so I decided to pray again. And so I had a camper I was using that was an older camper sort of for work, because we were, building the site, setting all the buildings up. So the camper was parked right by where our main teaching yurt is. So I went in there and I kind of did my personal way of praying, and it's like I was thinking about it and imagining it, and I connected to my feelings. This is like, I didn't want this to be a war. I didn't want to be fighting about this. I didn't understand why there was so much negativity and so much resistance and so much uncooperativeness, and just, it was baffling to me. And so I started thinking about it, and I started thinking, well, maybe, because I'm so ordinary. So I grew up here. I'm, just graduated grade 12, married, mother of 3. I'm Métis. And I was thinking, well, maybe part of the reason that these government people, at the time, were having a hard time to trust me, to believe in me. And so then I thought, well, okay, so I was thinking about all that, and then I kind of imagined myself in the center of this circle, and all the people that are interacting with me, from my closest allies and friends who supported me, going out to people that, like the idea of the project, to a little bit, still, oh, that's nice, to people that maybe don't know about it, to the people that were, like, outright, viciously trying to attack me, attack the project, like my, adversaries. And so I emotionally connected to how each one of those layers made me feel, and then I started to pray, and I started to ask, not for myself, but I started to ask, what could come in, what could be drawn in, that would come, to me, but that for the purpose of helping raise everyone's confidence, so they'd be more confident, so that the people that were nearest to me would be more sure, and that it would ripple out so that my enemies, it would reach all the way to my enemies, so that at least they could call truce. They didn't have to like me, they didn't have to agree with the project, but just stop fighting against the project is all I was seeking. What could come? And then ideas started coming, like suggestions. It's hard to explain. So the first suggestion that came in my mind, or idea, was, well, maybe if, somehow a university or college would give me an honorary degree in agriculture of some kind, because I heard that that can happen, because I hadn't been to university. And I was thinking maybe that's why people were, lacking the confidence. But then when I emotionally connected with that possibility, it was like, no. It's not going to mean anything, especially to my enemies. It wouldn't mean anything, because they've all been to university. So then I went, and I let it go. And then other thoughts, like a recognition, an award, And as that thought was coming in, it was like a metal. And when my mind received that thought of the metal, my heart went ping. It went ping. That thing with my heart. And I felt it. And it was like, yes, that could do it. And I sort of sat up and it's like, wow, maybe that's something like that will happen. Maybe that's what's coming, And then I thought, yeah, and if I could have letters behind my name, it was like, yeah, and if I could have letters behind my name, it was like I was, just throwing in a little tail request on that, because PhD, you sign it, but it was all so that something could come that would help everyone, bring them up, be more sure. Go with it. Be confident. And I felt it. And when that hit, it just went, for one split second, it just went bing. And it was like I blinked, and for one split second, everything was really beautiful. And I just let it go, and I just trusted it, and I just let it go. I didn't even think about it anymore. I just let it go. I just had that experience. Well, I don't know how many weeks later. 6 weeks, 2 months. It was that year. I got contacted by the Governor General of Canada, who is the representative for the Queen of England. And somebody anonymously nominated me. I've never found out who yet to this date. And that's the medal I showed you. I don't have it here right now. And so it's, like I said before, from the sort of an extension from the Division of the Military. And it's an actual medal, the Meritorious Service Medal. So basically and it's supposedly the highest honor a civilian can receive for fighting the good fight. When that happened, then I knew something was going on. And I really started to look. I started to look into the stories of reading about manifestation, reading about quantum physics, just like I knew something happened. Well, guess what? Where my camper was parked, boom, lined up directly again in the line of sight of one of the monoliths. So when I say, and I want to emphasize, and I want to stress and tell you all, I am absolutely 100% convinced about the absolute genuine importance of this ancient ruin, the genuine spiritual power that is here, the sacredness of this place. And again, this story that I have told you, I have told other people. I have told other people this story before the discovery of these monoliths. And I think this is why, for some reason, Spirit has worked, and I ended up being the one that found it. It's not a coincidence. It's all part, and I'm certain that many other people all around here have had experiences that they can't explain, that are sacred and special to them. And it'll be connected to this. It will be connected to this. When we align with the highest intention, when we care more about others than just ourselves. And when we dedicate ourselves to bringing the good that we believe we're capable of doing to the world, this sacred site can help amplify your intentions for the good. And right now, Earth Day is coming up too. I remember now, April 22nd. This is a gift. This is a gift to the world. To everybody who's praying right now. I want you to know this is real. This is so real. This is so real. Now you can understand why some of my earlier videos were so emotional, because I hadn't told these stories yet. We are so blessed. And there's so much more yet to come. We are in it. We are on the bridge. We are crossing it now. I am so looking forward to meeting all of you. It's beautiful. It's just transformational. Okay. This was number 3. I have 2 more. I'll take another little rest. Oh man, what a beautiful day.